Hi, I'm Joe Spann. We're here at Gruhn Guitars this afternoon with Charlie Cushman to talk about some banjos and guitars from the estate of Earl Scruggs. Charlie, why don't you start us off with a little Coal Miner's Blues?
Okay, Joe.
Cool, man. Now this banjo that Charlie's playing is an early Earl Scruggs special, and as you can see, Earl liked this banjo. He played it quite a bit. You see his characteristic finger marks there and his pick marks on the head. Turn it around there, Charlie. Show the folks what it looks like on the back.
A side shot of the abalone trim.
Pretty nice stick there.
Yeah.
Some the facsimile signature of Earl Scruggs on the back. We're told that Earl played this banjo on the road as a second banjo behind his Granada. If he broke a string or something on stage, he would play this banjo while he got his Granada all fixed up. So beautiful Florentine Bella Voce style engraving, abalone trim, solid mother of pearl buttons. Just really gorgeous banjos. Got, of course, the Scruggs Keith detuners on it.
Less than 90 of these ever made.
Really? Didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Less than 90.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing this is the most important one. Charlie, we've also got an advanced jumbo here that Earl used towards the end of his career. And this is, I think, a 1991 advanced jumbo. Pick us a little something on there. Got something maybe that not so common that Earl played?
Yeah, I'll play you a little bit of a little tune that he and Lester did in their later years as Flat Scruggs. It's an old rock and roll song called "Been a Long Time Working It Out."
Pick it, man.
Earl actually played this on a 12-string.
Wow.
These are good guitars.
They are great. Slope shoulder, rosewood back and sides. Gibson did a great job on the reissue of those advanced jumbos. They sure did. Now over here we've got something that's very unique. Charlie, this is one of the RB1s that belonged to Uncle Dave Macon. And Earl bought this banjo from Uncle Dave's son after Uncle Dave passed away. And we're told that Earl never changed the strings on it, and it still has the same strings that Uncle Dave left on it. This banjo is also important because it's the banjo that John McCune used to play his duet with Earl on the Will the Circle Be Unbroken album when they played Soldier's Joy. Same strings.
Wow.
So, how many of these banjos like this did Uncle Dave have, Charlie?
Well, we believe that there were 5 of these.
5? Wow.
Yeah. Uncle Dave, what he would do, if you'll turn it around and show the dowel stick, which is a trademark of most of the other makers of the day, rather than Gibson. Gibson usually had 2 metal rods in here called coordinator rods, but this was borrowed from Vega or Fairbanks or Bacon and Day, some of the other Gibson competitors of the 30s and 20s. And the reason this is in this banjo is because Uncle Dave had an act where he sat in the chair, he would grab this bar inside and he would manipulate the neck through his legs, and much like twirling a baton. And one of his slogans on his show posters said, "Uncle Dave Macon handles a banjo like a monkey handles a peanut." And so anyway, back to the not so ridiculous. They're told that there are 5 of these different banjos, and what he would do is he would sit in a chair and he would have the banjos laid out behind him with a different colored ribbon wrapped around the headstock, and what that denoted was a different tuning.
Right.
So he could look back behind him and pick up the one with the yellow ribbon and do this tune, and put it down, get the one with the white ribbon for this tune and stuff. This is one of those banjos from his arsenal.
Very cool. Charlie, we've also got a number of cases here for sale. A lot of the folks will recognize this case. It's a Mark Leaf case, a very early one as a matter of fact. And I remember when I used to go see the Earl Scruggs review, I can remember seeing this case on stage with the lid opened up on it. And of course I knew what was on the inside.
Oh yeah.
Just in case you're wondering, it's not in there now. The case is empty. Does not come with pre-war Granada.
This is the shroud only.
The shroud of Granada, yes.
But it's Earl's shroud.
It is Earl's shroud. So if you're looking for that perfect Mark Leaf case, here it is.
Yeah.
Charlie, I think over there you've got one of Earl's Vegas, don't you?
Yeah, I believe all of our banjo geeks and fanatics have at one time or another seen a picture of Earl Scruggs with this banjo. He had a brief business venture with Vega back in the early to mid 60s, and Joe and I were talking a little bit earlier about some of the different aspects of this banjo, and one that came to me is Earl was photographed with this banjo many times for newspaper articles, publicity, flyers from Vega. I don't think anyone has ever seen this banjo in color. This is quite a beautiful instrument. Most of those promo items and news articles and stuff were, of course, in newspapers, so they would be black and white. But this is a very ornate instrument that incorporates the Vega Vox resonator. I'm not sure what kind of tone ring it has in it because Vega used so many variations. This does, however, have the slick head on it, which was very much not what Earl played.
Right.
He
exactly.
played a head like this that
with the frosting.
with the frosting, and this is an unfrosted head, like would have come on a tenor or plectrum banjo.
Right.
And
Another interesting thing about this banjo, Charlie, a set of original Pittman tuners.
yes, the Vega Pittman tuners. That this was Vega's version of the cam tuner in which Earl conceived, and this went through many variations, and people are still making these with their own ideas.
You bet. You bet. And
You just have to get the courage to get the drill
and drill
the headstock.
Yeah.
Of course, that's no big deal for Vega or Earl Scruggs for that matter. And then the other keys on the back are standard Elton,
Right.
which are throw-offs of Grover's.
Grover pancakes, right? Often mistaken for earlier Grover pancakes,
Mhm.
but not nearly as good.
Not nearly as good.
So,
But anyway, this is a very famous banjo due to its association with Earl. And I'm quite taken with it, just being in the same room with it.
me too.
My first viewing of it
In person.
living color.
We have the other Vega also that he got in '68. Is also in the collection for sale. The sale starts on Tuesday morning, January the 23rd at 10 a.m. As soon as we turn on the phones and open the doors. It's a sale, not an auction. And we're not accepting the offers at this time. So if you see something here you'd like, it's all on the website, and we'd be glad to help you out with that. Charlie, we'd like to thank you for coming out this afternoon.
Thank you, Joe,
playing
and George, and Eric, and Sarah, and all your staff here. Always good to visit this famous music house.
Absolutely. See y'all later.